La Raza was a bilingual Chicano newspaper published in Los Angeles. It was in operation from 1967 to 1977. Its influence was felt far and wide and continues to this day. As part of Pacific Standard Time LA, the Autry Museum in Griffith Park opened a popular exhibit exploring La Raza's rich legacy of Chicano activism.
If you come to La Raza, you're going to see about 200 photos from the 25,000 photo archive from the Chicano Studies and Resources Center at UCLA. These images range from documentation of the walkouts to the Latino community of the time, to images of violence and surveillance, and a range of photos that document what was going on in Los Angeles, particularly East Los Angeles, at particular moments in history. I hope that what people take away, because so many people who will come here will come from Los Angeles, is that this story is their history.
It's a story of a community that was captured in photography, not only in photography, but when you look at the pages of La Raza, you see murals, poetry, journalism, graphic arts. There's a combination of many things. In fact, within this exhibition, the design element of the exhibition is that the viewer steps into the pages of La Raza. It documents a community, not only our community, but it's the larger society, it's American society. This one in particular here, which is Homeboys, is an iconic image. Homeboys itself was taken in 1972. I was a photographer, so I'd pick a neighborhood and I'd go into the neighborhood and I'd start photographing. This was one of the early iconic images, and it was done in 1968, and the photographer is Maria Varela. She was in Washington, D.C., where this photograph was taken. It was the Poor People's Campaign march, and as the young girl is exiting the bus with this stack of newspapers, Maria Varela sees her and captures the image.
Students from Artworks LA studied the exhibit and created their own work inspired by the groundbreaking publication. They also learned how groups today reclaim the tools of storytelling through independent, social, and mass media.
Art is a way that encourages young people to think differently, and we target a particular population that has struggled. They've struggled in comprehensive education, they've struggled in their lives. The students we work with have faced many age-inappropriate obstacles that make it challenging to focus or to invest in their education. And so they've been redirected to these small learning environments that are continuation high schools. And these are schools that don't have the arts as an integral part of their education, and so Artworks LA partners with these schools to make sure that they have year-long arts programs in their schools. We hire teaching artists to interpret the content from the museum in the classrooms over a 10-week period. The students make new art that is their response to that conversation, to that exhibition, and then the artwork is presented back at the museum.
The program Artworks LA really focused on the La Raza culture and the protests that they went through, and we each made our individual protest posters based upon our culture and what we believed in and how we feel about the world and what we go through individually. My piece was based upon Black Lives Matter and just like the justice behind it. Like, don't be afraid to stand up and speak upon it instead of shadowing it, and just to always feel empowered to yourself and don't be afraid. And it took about 2 months to take it. We sketched it first using pencils, and then we just enlarged it to make it bigger and better.
The stories of the people of the West are the stories of the children of Los Angeles. And Artworks LA is a group that we've worked with now 3 times in the past 10 years. And their mission to have students learn through art and share their insights on the stories is It's exactly the mission of the Autry Museum. It's what we do all the time.
La Raza will be on display through February 10th, 2019. For more information, go to theautry.org. We'll see you next time.